What are some of the biggest mistakes foreign business owners make when handling their accounting?
A lot of business owners does not know what is the year end of the company. Yeah, so with knowing your financial year end, then you will know what is your important filing deadlines.
Are there specific accounting softwares that you would recommend?
We are not sponsored by all these accounting systems.
not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored. Basically, the most commonly used, especially in our industry, is.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, my podcast, and today we have here Hana, who is from Tristar Management Service. Maybe you can introduce yourself more to the audience.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Hana. I'm very excited to share about Tristar Management Services.
Yeah. So what kind of services does Tristar have?
Okay, so we provide corporate services, including like from start setting up a company in Singapore, together with this corporate secretarial service. So through our associated company, we also provide audit, tax, accounting, and other business support services.
Okay.
So our mission is to provide a one-stop solution to all business needs, supported by a team of experienced and efficient professional.
Okay, And before this, we had a podcast talking about taxes, but in this video, we will be talking more towards the accounting and bookkeeping side if you want to build a business in Singapore. And I believe Hana is a great professional for us to interview and for us to gain more knowledge. So the first part of this video is going to be talking about the accounting and bookkeeping basics. And then after that, we're going to move on to the common pitfalls and best practices. And also what are the advice that Tristar Management Service has for new businesses in Singapore. So we will start with the first question, which is, what are the accounting requirements if you have a business in Singapore?
Okay, so I will explain it in a simple terms. Otherwise, I have to quote Section 199 of the Companies Act, which might be too technical. So first one is keep a proper records. So every company must keep a proper accounting records like bank statement, sales invoice, vendor invoice, receipt, and so on.
Okay.
So basically, just to make sure that all the company documents keep organized and in order, including a management account for at least 5 years.
Okay.
So the next one would be prepare financial statements. So every company need to prepare a financial statements unless it's a dormant relevant company.
Dormant relevant company. Can you explain more?
Okay, dormant relevant company is a dormant company that is not listed. And is also not a subsidiary of listed company. And has a total assets of $500,000 or less. Probably you will ask, what is a dormant company? Okay, so dormant company is a company that has no business activity.
No business activity.
So basically no revenue, no business expenses, only compliance expenses.
But their assets is 500,000.
Less than 500,000.
Less than 500,000. So why do people make this kind of dormant companies?
Okay, so it depends. Sometimes some people, they actually have a very good plan to set up the business, right? But at the end, the plan does not work out. So they keep the company there first for a while. And once the business, plan start to moving, then they will start to using this company again.
Okay. So those are the two.
Yes.
Financial statements. So only dormant companies not required to give financial statements.
Yes.
Do they have to declare that they are a dormant company?
Yes. Usually during the annual return, they will ask you whether your company is active or dormant.
This is submitted to IRAS or ACRA? ACRA.
Yes.
So financial statements must go through the ACRA website.
Financial statements, right? It can be ACRA and IRAS. So ACRA is like after you hold an annual general meeting, then you will need to submit financial statements. But this one is also subject, because some company need to submit a financial statement in XBRL, some no need. So it's like exempt or non-exempt. Then for IRAS, then it will be usually it's a tax computation plus a financial statement. Now this is also depends whether it's a Form C, Form CS, or Form CS Lite.
Form C, Form CS, and
Form CS Lite.
CS Lite. Can you Elaborate more.
So Form C basically is for all companies. Form CS is like for the company who has a annual revenue of 5 million or lower.
CS, yeah?
Yeah, CS.
Okay.
Then for CS Lite is for the companies who has an annual revenue of $200,000 or less.
But why would, let's say, Form C is for all companies. Why
Yes.
would they choose other?
Oh, it's easier. It's simple filing, more simple. So when Form CS Lite and CS, right, you no need to submit tax computation and financial statements, but you still need to prepare one to just have a proper record.
Oh,
yes.
I see. Wow, new knowledge this time. And when is the deadline usually?
Okay, for the compliance deadline, usually we always send to our customers the main four.
Main four.
Main four for the private company limited by shares. Yeah.
Okay.
So first one is estimated chargeable income.
Okay.
Yeah, this to be submitted to IRAS within 3 months after the year end.
Okay.
Okay. The second one is a whole annual general meeting.
Annual general meeting. Okay.
So usually we call it AGM.
Yeah.
Yeah, within 6 months after the year end.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
AGM must be submitted 6 months after the year.
Okay. Yeah. AGM is like you need to hold. So AGM basically is for shareholders meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the company, like the directors, issue they first things, of course, they pass a board resolution first. They say, okay, they approve the accounts, and then they would like to submit it to the shareholder at the AGM. So they send a notice of AGM to the shareholder.
Okay.
Hi shareholder, I want to hold this meeting. Please come and vote. Yeah. So then on the AGM date itself, then shareholder will come to join the meeting, and then to review the financial statements and to vote whether they approve. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So this is the requirement that you must hold this AGM within 6 months.
Within 6 months after the financial year end.
So for example, your year end is 31st December 2024, then you have to hold the AGM by 30 June 2025.
Okay.
So the next deadline is annual return filing.
Okay.
So after you hold the AGM, then you will need to submit annual return with ACRA.
Okay.
So basically, annual return, there are some information like company information, director and shareholder information. Then they will also have some question. Is your company active or dormant? Is your company insolvent or solvent? And also they are asking whether you prepared a financial statement, whether you upload it or not. Yeah, so including like what kind of accounting standard you used. Yeah, and also including RRC, where you keep the register of registrable controller and register of nominee director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is through the ACRA website.
ACRA website. Yeah. This is annual return. So it's within 7 months after the year end.
Within 7 months after the year end, you have to submit the annual return
in
a financial statement format or.
Okay. No. So there is a form. So you need to submit. You fill up the information. Yeah, you need to. So there is an annual return. It's like a form. So you need to fill up everything information. So some company would need to upload the FS in XBRL.
Okay.
And some no need. Yeah.
Okay.
So after that you need submit. Yeah. But usually annual return handled by secretary. Yeah.
Okay.
If you engage a secretary. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the fourth one?
The fourth is corporate income tax return. This is for IRAS. Yeah, so usually it's by 13 November in the year after year end. Okay, maybe I give you an example. Just now your year end is 31st December 2024. First deadline is ECI, so it's by 31st March 2025.
Yeah.
AGM by 30 June 2025. Annual return will be 31st July 2025. And for your corporate income tax return, is by 13 November 2026.
Oh.
2025.
2025, yeah.
2025, yeah. Because it's your year end.
Yeah. Okay, but can I check for the annual journal meeting? Who do we send it to? IRAS or ACRA?
Oh, Annual general meeting
It's just a compliance for the company,
yeah,
is it?
for the company. So you keep a proper records that you have held this AGM.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually secretary will also prepare like the necessary documents like the board resolution, notice of AGM, minutes, and also the attendance list.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
So those are the four things
Main deadline. Yeah. Main important compliance deadlines.
Yeah, main compliance deadlines that you have to do if you have a private limited company in Singapore. Okay.
Probably can I let me share
Yeah.
also another two important deadlines, but
Okay.
it actually depends on circumstances. So for example, if you have employees, so you also need to submit this employment income
Okay.
under the auto inclusion scheme,
Yeah,
AIS.
yes.
So by 31st March every year. Okay, and then the next one, if let's say you foresee your revenue is going to hit 1 million revenue,
Yeah. File for GST.
GST,
Yeah.
correct. Then you have to file quarterly GST returns as well.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So if it's like revenue is over 1 million, you have to register
Yes.
your business as a GST registered
Yes.
business, and that means either the company or the customer absorb this GST of 9% in
Yes.
Singapore today. It used to be 7%
Yes.
for so long, for the longest time.
Yes, correct.
Now it's 9%. Yeah, okay. And I can feel it as a consumer. Things are getting very expensive in Singapore, but still quite bearable with the median income in Singapore. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe you can explain more. Are there specific accounting softwares that you would recommend? Like, I believe if it's like big companies, they would use SAP, all that big accounting
yes.
softwares that
Yes,
you need to
correct.
pay a lot of money. But what if it's just a newly built company?
Okay, so maybe I disclaim first. We are not sponsored by all these accounting
Yes,
systems.
not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored. But we don't mind if they want to sponsor or reach out.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the most commonly used, especially in our industry, is QuickBooks and Xero.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are a cloud-based accounting software.
Okay.
Then so you can easily track your invoice, expenses, and cash flow.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, they are like what you say. There are also other accounting software outside.
Yes.
Yeah, then the company can actually try to find a good one that suit their business lah.
Okay. So I've heard of QuickBooks and Xero, and it is definitely something that's like worth installing when you are new in the industry. And I think they make it very user friendly lah for the
correct.
new entrepreneurs lah. Okay, and maybe some of you who are building a business in Singapore, you're wondering what is the benefit of outsourcing and doing accounting by yourself. Maybe you can explain what would be the benefit of outsourcing.
For the outsourcing, okay. So for new company, especially for those just starting out, so we usually, of course, they don't have a budget to hire new staff. Of course, with the right outsource accounting services, it can relieve the burden. Like so,